4th down and 6. Olbridge gotta have it. Shotgun formation. Nugent, a lot of time. Rolls out. He's running out of space. Will roll the other way. They look, corner of the end zone. Touchdown!
Rowan heading for the touchpad with the lead. And the props will take the men's 400-yard freestyle relay.
Andrews will be in shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll throw it down the left sideline. He's got a wide open receiver. He's got the touchdown.
Motion man is Simmons. Trotman throwing towards Simmons down the field, and he makes the catch in traffic for a Bearcats touchdown.
Back to pass, middle of the field. The catch is made by Britt. She's off to the races at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Britt is in for the score.
Back on in, here's Yoxon. Yoxon to the back end, trying to go to the front, makes the move and shot, and he scores!
And Gracie comes set and delivers. And that's it on the ground to second. Throw to first, in time, and the ball game is over. South Shore survives a late scare, and they are the 2024 New York State Little League Baseball champions.
You guys just trying to get
Live from Great Kills Little League in Staten Island, New York, the PDF Sports Network is proud to welcome you into coverage of the 2025 New York State Little League Baseball Championship game. This morning, South Shore Little League takes on St. James Smithtown Little League for the New York State Little League Baseball Championship. Good morning, everybody. My name is Joe Foreman. I've been alongside you all week long with my broadcast partner, Nick Bavona, and we are joined today by the host of the award-winning You Know I'm Right podcast, also on color commentary today, our broadcast partner, Nicholas Durst. And Nick Bavona, you and I have been here every step of the way so far for this 2025 state championship. This is a matchup that you and I thought could very well be our championship final, and sure enough, South Shore and St. James Smithtown taking care of business in yesterday's semifinal to make it here. They battle for the 2025 state championship in just a few moments.
Yeah, Joe, the theme has been pitching so far in this semifinal going into the championship game here today. We saw what SJS did in their matchup over White Plains, 2-0 win. Great pitching performance from Moran in that game. Got out of a lot of jams in that one to keep White Plains off the board and get the 2-0 victory. Their bats exploded in the first 2 innings, got the 2 runs. That's all they needed to get the win. And then they get a rematch with South Shore, a matchup that they lost 8-2 on Monday. Chance for redemption. They'll be having Jeremy Katz on the mound here today, who they did not have in that matchup on Monday, trying to pull off this win and assure that South Shore does not go back-to-back this season.
South Shore making a bid for a second straight state title. And Nick Durst, you were with us for some of that tournament last year. Plenty of excitement throughout. Close games that came down to the very final out. The last couple of years, the championship has been hotly contested. It was a lopsided score last year. South Shore held on to win it. What are some of your takeaways from a couple of years of covering this event and now looking ahead to this championship game today?
Well, like we always say, the road to Williamsport begins on PDF Sports Network. And for South Shore, there's a lot of pressure on them to defend the home turf, even though obviously they're at Great Kills Little League here, but it's still Staten Island. They want to go back-to-back. They saw their other fellow kids playing last season and winning the championship right here at Great Kills, so looking to go back-to-back. And last night, or yesterday morning, a lot of offense, and they're hoping the offense leads the way again today. But to Nick Bavona's point, Jeremy Katz on the mound. He's had a tremendous week, of course, with the skills competition. He's their bulldog, and he's ready to throw some strikes.
And we are set to get underway from Great Kills Little League on Staten Island, our championship final. South Shore, St. James Smithtown. First pitch hit well to left field on a line, and that is caught for the game's first out. An early test in left field for Lucas Costas. He makes the play, and there's one gone.
Not an easy play there for Costas. I know it's a routine fly ball, but he shifted more towards center field with the lefty, and the lefty slices the ball there, Iacona, and nice catch there and left.
Our pitcher's best friend, we talked about, Joe. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Doesn't get much better than that if you're Jeremy Katz on the mound. His first pitch to Alex Torres misses outside, ball 1. We'll get you the full lineups during the next inning. We had more internet issues, got on the air just in time ahead of today's game, but we are all set to go as that pitch is fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike on Torres.
Torres, of course, part of a combined no-hitter yesterday for the South Shore pitching staff. Started that game, Syed finished it, and South Shore's win to send them to this championship game.
Both of these teams entering this championship game coming off a nice win yesterday as that's chopped foul. St. James Smithtown with a big effort at the plate. South Shore with the combined no-hitter. And they scored a bit as well.
Expect the pitcher's duel here today.
The 1-2. Fouled away again.
Katz and Torres here in a battle. Two of the biggest guys on the field going at it here.
Two of the biggest arms in this state championship as well. Both have pitched at a very high level. Torres got the start yesterday and, as Nick mentioned, was part of a combined no-hit bid. Another 1-2. Hit well, deep right center field, and that will land at the base of the wall. It's scooped up against the fence, and Torres will coast into second base with a one-out double.
Torres battling there, battling, fouling off all the pitches from Katz. Finally able to tee one up, going to the opposite field, splitting the gap. Ball goes to the wall. He's in scoring position now as South Shore looking to make some noise here early in the first.
And certainly made some noise with that swing at the bat right there by Torres. Gets himself an extra base hit, and now South Shore with an early RBI opportunity right here.
At the plate, Joseph Barone. And Barone looks at a strike, 0-1.
Guys, how many times have we seen so far in this tournament South Shore having a chance in the first inning to bring home a run and get this game going?
They've gotten off to some very good starts throughout this championship. And that is hit well. Deep right center field, headed toward the wall. It's off the fence. It gets away, and Moran scoops it up, but not before Torres comes in to score. It's an RBI double for Joseph Barone, and once again, South Shore has an early lead.
Really impressive hitting by South Shore here. So far, everybody in the lineup has gone opposite field, which does show you that they're maybe a little late on Katz's powerful pitches, but it's paid off there as Torres and Barone go back-to-back on the opposite field doubles, and it's 1-0.
Barone crushed that one into right center field, was mere inches away from a two-run homer.
He just missed a two-run shot, Nick. That ball hit about halfway up the right center field fence, and now he stands in scoring position for Luca Siracusa. Siracusa gets the start in right field, and he takes outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. In for a called strike, 1-2.
Good breaking ball right there by Katz. And now the most important thing, guys, is for Katz, make sure it's only 1 run that you allow in this inning.
Comes the 1-2. Low and away. The 2-2, and we'll wait one more moment. Katz steps off.
Of course, saw Katz pitch earlier this week and did not have to throw many pitches and was saved for this game right here today.
I was just about to make that point, Nick, as he has his first strikeout of the game. It's a big punch out of Luca Siracusa. 2 gone.
A much-needed strikeout for that second out of the inning.
Yeah, like you said, Nick, the key here, limiting the damage to just 1 run.
That will bring up Gavin Snell.
We, of course, saw a big hit from Snell this week against Penfield, that 3-run homer when South Shore was trailing by 2. So we know he has the power.
And I think they just brought in a courtesy runner over at second for the catcher Barone. That's Siracusa, who made the most recent out. Pitch on its way. Breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1.
Probably my least favorite rule in Little League is the catcher having to get off the bases with 2 outs. It drives me crazy as a kid when I was the catcher, but I was the fastest kid in the team.
I was just about to say, I remember you bringing up that point last year when you and I were on the call.
We've seen that for pitchers and catchers here so far this week.
We had an interesting situation regarding that rule yesterday as the 1-1 is fouled back. The last out, when they looked to bring in the courtesy runner for the pitcher, was the catcher. So they went back 2 spots in the order, and it was John Iacono who eventually came around to score after Alex Torres reached on a base hit. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball from Katz. The tag is applied to complete the putout, and that will do it for South Shore in the top half of the first inning. But the visitors in this one put across a run, a couple of base hits, both doubles, no errors in the field. We head to the home half of inning number 1. South Shore in front, 1-0.
New York State Little League Championship is proud to have Dave & Buster's as a proud sponsor. Where are you going after the game? There's only one place with delicious food, ice-cold drinks, games on the big screen, and fun for the whole family. Food and drink specials are available all week with the latest video games and the biggest arcade on the island. Redeem tokens for great prizes and come back often because Dave & Buster's is the place to be for game day and all the days in between. Turn on the fun with Dave & Buster's on Staten Island.
The Staten Island Ferry Hawks are proud to be a sponsor of this year's New York State Little League Championship because one championship organization deserves another. Come check out another amazing season with us at Staten Island University Hospital Community Ballpark with great ticket and group deals, theme nights, and fireworks displays. Good luck to all of our teams this week from your friends at the Staten Island Ferry Hawks. We'll see you at the game.
And we are back from Great Kills Little League with a very quick reminder that you can watch this year's New York State Little League Baseball Championship live and on demand. That includes every game this week, free of YouTube ads, over on Boxcast by purchasing our premium pass. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit the link in the description of our YouTube video, and you can earn access to all of this week's action, including the rest of today's championship, live and on demand, free of YouTube ads, now just $4 on this final day of our state championship. Check us out on Boxcast. All proceeds support Great Kills Little League and the PDF Sports Network. It's a 1-0 lead for South Shore entering the bottom half of the first inning. Chase Saxon will lead things off for SJS. Due up 1, 2, and 3, of course, in the bottom half of the first. Saxon, Moran, Simonello. First pitch from Adam Syed. Misses outside, ball 1. The 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. And Nick, as you and I saw yesterday, Syed closed the game out, struck out every batter that he faced. There's a bouncer to first. Easy play over there for Snell. He steps on the bag, 1 gone.
Yeah, and luckily for South Shore, he was under that pitch limit, so he was able to come back today, get close out the game, and then start the next day.
And more importantly, guys, as I mentioned earlier on, Syed pitched in that game against SJS earlier in the week, so this team has already seen what Syed brought to the table, and he shut them down in that game on Monday.
Is it any advantage at all having seen him, even though he pitched so well?
I would think it's an advantage because at least you've seen him a few times, and the more you see somebody technically tend to do a little better. But it also, I mean, these are kids, so it could be a mental thing as well on the flip side that they're just like, oh my gosh, not this guy again.
Speaking of pitchers, Kevin Moran at the plate. He hits a grounder to third. Handled cleanly, throw right there. Good stretch as well by Snell. 2 gone.
Really nice play there, nice stretch. Good job by the catcher getting down the line to back up the throw as well, but impressive defense by South Shore.
Yeah, I think for going back to looking at the pitcher and seeing him a second time, I think the only reason it's not an advantage at this current moment is because you're currently already trailing by a run in this game. Now, you had trouble against him the first time around, and you couldn't get a run against him. So that's got to be a little bit concerning going into this bottom half of the inning. Now already 2 outs, and you're already trailing by a run.
2 out, bases empty. Dominic Simonello, the batter, and he takes ball 1, count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Almost done penciling in that lineup. Almost done. Good pitch there, in for a strike. Count 1 and 2.
Got adjust at the last minute. Had to go adjust our camera out in center field and then make my way towards behind home plate to get that lineup card.
We were locked out.
We were locked out for a second.
That is taken for a called strike 3. It's a 1-2-3 home half of the first inning for Adam Syed. South Shore comes to bat, leading by a run. We come back.
K&S Industrial is your all-in-one supply and tool store for commercial, industrial, and domestic industries. A leader in HVAC supply stores, K&S provides various building and maintenance supplies for office buildings, industrial plants, schools, homes, and more. We also specialize in getting our customers hard-to-find items. If you're looking for HVAC supply stores that also offer anything else you might need, look no further than K&S Industrial. If they make it, we'll get it. K&S Industrial.
When it comes to sports, why be good when you can be legendary? At Legend Sporting Goods in Brooklyn, we service the community with only the best custom apparel, embroidery, and service, specializing in youth sports, so that the leaders of today become the legends of tomorrow. We're proud to support all of this week's great athletes and invite everyone to check us out and make us a part of your team. Come see why Legend Sporting Goods is in a class by itself. Visit us online or call us now.
And we are back from Great Kills Little League on Staten Island. One-run ball game as we begin the second inning. South Shore in front 1-0, and they've kept with the theme of striking early. We'll see if SJS can bounce back. Before they can, Jeremy Katz returns to the mound. He will face 6, 7, and 8 in the South Shore lineup.
Yeah, I think it's really important for Katz in this inning, guys. Already has given up the run. We know what he's capable of on the mound in these games. We saw what he did, Joe and Nick, of course, on Sunday, and they went over Scotia as they won that, or excuse me, over Penfield. They won that game 11-1.
Well, as promised, we'll have the full lineups for you in just a few moments as that's hit high in the air, foul territory, but playable, and it falls. Saxon couldn't find it in the sun.
Sun's definitely going to play a factor today.
Maybe a slight assist to the South Shore first base coach who didn't really know what to do as far as getting out of the way there, and Saxon had to deal with that.
He couldn't find it either.
All right.
New life on 0-1 for Adam Syed. He fouls that pitch away. Now I have Andrew Ulo. That's my mistake.
That's Andrew Ulo, yep.
Yeah, so I have an error in here somewhere in my first inning scorecard.
Okay.
Well, you said 6, 7, 8, and he is the 6 hitter.
Yeah. That's chopped to the left side. Tough play, and they won't get him.
Tough play, but good hustle there by Ulo to get down the line. He gets the single. And now, Joe, Adam Syed will come to the plate.
I had them flipped. Easy enough. Thank you, Nick. This is Adam Syed. Andrew Ulo on with a leadoff base hit. There's a bunt foul. Full South Shore lineup in the first. Iacono, Torres, Barone, Siracusa, and Snell came to the plate. Ulo leads off here in the second with an infield hit. He's followed by Syed, Zarella, Arnone, Rivera, and Eugenio. Syed takes a called strike 2. Count now 1-2. We are aware of perhaps a bit of choppy video from the center field camera. If that doesn't clear up, I'll head out there and take a look. But that camera is a few hundred feet away. That pitch taken for ball 2. Count even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2. Foul back. Battle brewing here between Syed and Katz. Count 2 and 2. That's fouled off. Another 2 and 2 on its way. Up and away. Ball 3. This is a big pitch coming up for Katz. It will be number 28. And that's it sharply into center field, base hit.
Well, nice strip there by Syed as he was looking to bunt on the first pitch, and he ends up, a number of pitches later, ripping a single up the middle.
Well, I may be heading out to center field in short order. It looks like we've lost our center field camera. Nick, can you switch the camera angle now?
Can't switch anything right now. It's all frozen.
All right, I'll have to come over and take a look. One of you take over the call. Tech support on the way.
All right, well, we're getting ready, first and second here. And Joe Zarella at the plate looking to add on some runs here. He bunts right back to Katz. Katz looks to third, throws it to first in time. So the sac bunt is successful there by Zarella. So second and third now with one out. We'll have a mound visit with Anthony Arnone getting set to hit. So South Shore looking to really break this one open here early. Katz getting some instruction from his coach. See how they play the defense here. I'm going to assume they're going to play the infield in with second and third. So Ulo is on third, Syed is on second, and Anthony Arnone at the plate. Katz set to deliver the first pitch to Anthony Arnone, the left fielder for South Shore. And he pops that one up. Second baseman battling the sun. He drops it. Ulo scores as the sun just very strong here today at Great Kills. And takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1. So Nick here, a lot of pressure on Eugenio here to either break this one open or they can keep it at 2. As he looking to bunt for a hit.
It's fair ball.
And a nice play there all around as the catcher throws it down to first. Saxon makes the catch on a nice stretch. And South Shore has to settle for 2. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, South Shore is ahead, 2-0.
This week's tournament would not be possible without the great support of the Staten Island Advance. Not only does the Staten Island Advance have full coverage of the tournament, but we are committed to covering Island youth sports year-round and all news close to home. Pick up the paper today and look for great subscriber deals now for our loyal readership. Visit us online at silive.com for news and photos of this week's tournament and all the breaking news on Staten Island, the nation, and the world. The news of Staten Island is the Staten Island Advance and silive.com.
All right, we are back here from Great Kills Little League. It is still a 2-0 game, and what a catch in left field!
Anthony Arnone laying out and robbing the batter there.
Ryan Delgado robbed of extra bases on that play out in left. One pitch, one out to start the second.
What a catch by Anthony Arnone. Now Jeremy Katz going to come to the plate.
We've seen Delgado make some big contact here this week, and he had a chance of extra bases right there. It's a loud out number 1 to begin the home second. As I mentioned, 2-0 lead now for South Shore. As you mentioned, Nick, Jeremy Katz now at the plate. He hits this one down the left field line, but just foul.
Foul ball there by Katz. Katz, Nick, obviously looking to help himself here. At least looking to break up the perfect game.
He, of course, won the home run derby earlier this week on Tuesday. Know what capable bat he has at the plate. count now is 1-1, 2-1. 2-1. Cats, goodbye. That one's crushed into center. Jeremy Katz with one swing makes this a 2-1 ball game.
My, oh my, Nick, that was absolutely crushed by Katz. Tanked to deep, deep center field. Over the building. Talking about a 250-foot shot at least there. Katz helps himself. Breaks up the perfect game. 2-1 game.
Well, I guess you could maybe say Nick Stradamus on that one, Nick. I mentioned
Absolutely.
Katz won the home run derby earlier in the week, and with one swing, makes this a one-run game.
And the key there for South Shore, what you want is you want Katz coming up with nobody on base.
How big is that play in left field now by Arnone, as you mentioned earlier on? Could have been a tie game right there with one swing. Andrew Barbado now at the plate.
So Syed now, first time he's given up a run here against this team. I was setting up a run yesterday, so we'll see how he's able to work around this.
In that game on Monday where Syed pitched, he threw a shutout, was then taken out of the game because of pitch count. Syracuse finished that game and allowed the only 2 runs that SJS got. Big swing and a miss for Barbado. He's down swinging, and there's now 2 gone.
So nice job there by Syed to rebound after Katz hit the bomb.
So bring up Santelli now with 2 gone in the inning.
And with that Katz home run, I don't know if we've ever seen a further home run in game action. To dead center.
It's close. It's close. Delgado, as I mentioned, has had some good swings here this week, Nick. He had a home run almost to the same exact spot out in center field, a little bit towards the right center of that shed, and that 13-0 win to send SJS to the semifinals. First pitch of Santelli in there for a strike, 0-1.
Hanson on deck.
Big momentum boost right there, though, for SJS, regardless if they only get the 1 run in the inning, especially for Katz to help his own cause. He's having to duck out of the way there. Santelli quickly. It's now 2-1. Syed just had 22 pitches so far in this game. That one in there for a strike, count even at 2. Two. In there for a called strike 3. Santelli down looking for the final out of the home second. But not before Jeremy Katz's one swing into deep center field makes this now a 1-run game. His solo homer makes it now a 2-1 South Shore lead as we head to the top of the 3rd inning.
Awards and Trophy Center is proud to sponsor this week's New York State Little League Championship. Located at 1600 Highland Boulevard on Staten Island, we pride ourselves in not only building trophies, but building relationships as we service our community and treat you like family. Your event and its achievements deserve the best. That's why Country Awards and Trophy Center is ready to work with all of our clients to make your event a memorable one, with awards, trophies, and gifts that make a lasting impression. Come see why we love our customers and they love us. Visit us today.
New York State Little League Championship is proud to have Dave & Buster's as a proud sponsor. Where are you going after the game? There's only one place with delicious food, ice-cold drinks, games on the big screen, and fun for the whole family. Food and drink specials are available all week with the latest video games and the biggest arcade on the island. Redeem tokens for great prizes and come back often because Dave & Buster's is the place to be for game day and all the days in between. Turn on the fun with Dave & Buster's on Staten Island.
And we are back for the top of the 3rd inning here at Great Kills Little League. A now 2-1 lead for South Shore as Jeremy Katz's solo home run has now made this a 1-score game. It will be John Iacono leading it off for South Shore here at the top half of the inning. It's the top of the lineup for the South Shore team. As now, Nick, it's a one-run game. They try to get that run back.
Yeah, well, Iacono and the top of the order got things done the first time around in the first, so they'll look to push this lead up from 1.
Iacono's had some great swings here this week. He was 0 for 1 in the day so far. It's a current 1-1 count here against Cats. Making now 2-1. Iacono has had a couple of extra base hits in this series all week. And you would know he would certainly love to have another one right here. South Shore tries to get that run back from the previous half inning.
Well, leadoff guy, he's got to set the table here. Looking to get on any way possible.
It's now a 2-2 count here for him. Iacono, Torres, and Barone up in the inning. Huge inning of pitching here for Cats facing this top of the order. 2-2. Again, hit foul. Down the third base line. We'll do it once again on 2-2.
41 pitches now for Cats here in the third inning.
This next one will be number 42 as he steps off the mound. We'll take a second. Here comes pitch number 42 on a 2-2 count. Breaking ball misses low, ball 3. Discipline right there by Iacono, does not chase that one. It's now a full count here. 3-2 from Cats. Hit up the middle towards short. Long throw over from shortstop to first base is in time. As Barbado gets the out over at first, and there's one away.
Yeah, easy play there by Barbado. Throws over to Saxon, and Iacono is retired.
Picks up Alex Torres, who had a double his first time around. Came around to score on the RBI double by Barone, who's on deck.
Yeah, Torres really got everything going here. That big opposite field double.
Hits that one towards second. Nice play by Simonello. He throws it onto first base, and just like that, there's now quickly 2 away.
2 routine ground balls, and Cat's really settling in now after his big home run.
It certainly gives you a confidence boost when you can help your own cause with one swing. After a long bat to start the inning, gets a quick one-pitch out against Torres, and now faces Barone, who was responsible for the game's first run. As he takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Barone near inches away from a 2-run homer his first time around. As that breaking ball misses on the outside, 1-1. Once again, Cat steps off the mound. Be a big spot here, Nick. If he can get a 1-2-3 and gets the top half of this lineup, send it back to the bottom of the third as they try to get the tying run and potentially the go-ahead run in this next half inning.
Yeah, and obviously Cats wants to stay in this game as long as possible.
It's now a 2-1 count here for Barone. You would expect Cats to go a long way if everything goes right. There's a big swing and a miss for a strike, 2-2. Cats now 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 top of the third. That's pitch number 49 on 2-2. Just chopped foul off of the leg of Barone right there, and we'll do it again on 2-2. This next pitch will be pitch number 50. Curious to see if Cats maybe goes to the breaking ball here on 2-2. The 2-2. He does go to the breaking ball, strike 3. Barone down on strikes, and that will do it here in the top half of the third. The South Shore top of the order goes down 1-2-3 here in the top of the third. We head to the home third inning. It's a South Shore 2-1 lead.
The Staten Island Ferry Hawks are proud to be a sponsor of this year's New York State Little League Championship because one championship organization deserves another. Come check out another amazing season with us at Staten Island University Hospital Community Ballpark with great ticket and group deals, theme nights, and fireworks displays. Good luck to all of our teams this week from your friends at the Staten Island Ferry Hawks. We'll see you at the game.
NYS Industrial is your all-in-one supply and tool store for commercial, industrial, and domestic industries. A leader in HVAC supply stores, NYS provides various building and maintenance supplies for office buildings, industrial plants, schools, homes, and more. We also specialize in getting our customers hard-to-find items. If you're looking for HVAC supply stores that also offer anything else you might need, look no further than NYS Industrial. If they make it, we'll get it. NYS Industrial.
And we are back for the home third inning here at Great Kills Little League. It is a 2-1 South Shore lead in this New York State Little League Baseball Championship game. The winner moves on to Bristol, Connecticut to take part of the Metro Regional Tournament. And Nick, with that tournament, get one step closer to moving on to Williamsport to take part of the Little League World Series.
Absolutely, and we got some comments talking about that huge catch in left field that basically is the play of the game right now, Arnone's catch, and that's Mike Ratty. He's saying otherwise the game would be tied, which we agree with.
That one hit up the middle. Tough play for Torres. Bare hands it over to first. Scoop. Got him. What a play by Torres over at shortstop, and there's one away.
Extremely impressive there by Torres. Anthony Volpe can learn a thing or two from him.
Oh, that one
what
stung.
A play.
That one stung, Nick, as a Yankee fan.
Off the mound there, has to redirect his body, bare hands it, and throws it over to first with ease.
And how about the scoop over at first base as well by Gavin Snell. Big play all around by the South Shore defense. That one hit to third. Long throw over from third base in time. And just like that, there's quickly two gone in the inning.
Well, Nick, they always say defense wins championships. And right now, South Shore's putting on a show defensively.
They certainly do. And how about that? The start of the inning for Saya, Nick. Quickly two outs in the inning against this SJS lineup. It was 8, 9, and 10 up in the inning. Hansen and Costas were retired. And now this one's hit to left, and it's a lightning quick inning for Adam Syed as he retires the 8, 9, and 10 hitters, 8, 9, and 10 hitters in order. It's a 1-2-3 bottom half for the third. We get to the top of the fourth here at Great Kills Little League. It is a South Shore 2-1 lead.
When it comes to sports, why be good when you can be legendary? At Legend Sporting Goods in Brooklyn, we service the community with only the best custom apparel, embroidery, and service, specializing in youth sports, so that the leaders of today become the legends of tomorrow. We're proud to support all of this week's great athletes and invite everyone to check us out and make us a part of your team. Come see why Legend Sporting Goods is in a class by itself. Visit us online or call us now.
Staten Island Academy is the only pre-K through 12 independent school on Staten Island. And it really is designed for students to go through the entire educational experience in one setting.
What the Academy seeks to do is take every student to accelerate their gifts and their strengths and to find those gifts and strengths that are yet unknown.
I think the community is something that you can't match anywhere else. It just makes you feel comfortable doing what you like to do every single day.
And we are back here from Great Kills Little League where, Nick, if you missed it in that last half inning, it was a pretty quick bottom half of the third.
Oh, was it a 4-pitch inning?
I think it might have been 4 or 5 pitches, yeah.
Unbelievable. Now, for anybody tuning in hoping to hear Joe Foreman, unfortunately, going to have to wait a little longer because we're having some rough internet issues here at Great Kills Little League. So he's going to be monitoring that to make sure we are on the air. But for now, you got Nick and Nick Pavona and Nick Durst.
Well, if you're not able to here for the rest of the game, we will be here still at Great Kills afterwards where it will be the 10U East Regional Tournament, softball tournament here at Great Kills Little League. The welcome parade beginning at 11:30 later on today, so be sure to tune in onto the PDF Sports Network for that. Meanwhile, it's a 1-1 count now for Lucas Siracusa. It's the 4, 5, and 6 hitters up in the order for South Shore here in the fourth. 1-1, hit foul, 1 and 2. Siracusa struck out swinging his first time around. It was Siracusa, Snell, and Ulo up in the inning. One, two. In there, strike 3. Siracusa down looking for the first out of the inning.
5 straight retired now for Cats.
Might be more than that, Nick. I think
6.
he has now 6 in a row.
Okay.
That one hit towards short, played by Barbado, on to first base in time, and there's now 2 gone.
7 in a row now.
The last batter to reach base was Arnone on the error over at second.
Right, so really that obviously should have been caught. So Cats has been locked in for a while now.
Before that, it was the sacrifice bunt by Zarella.
All right, so Syed single is the last hit he gave up.
That is correct. This is Andrew Ulu now up with 2 gone in the inning. Cats are going to make quick work once again of this South Shore lineup. He's quickly got a now 1-1 count. Pitch fit number 57. 1-1. Breaking ball hit right towards Simonello, and that will end the inning. A line drive right to the SJS second baseman will retire the side. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Jeremy Katz here in the top half of the 4th. We head to the home 4th inning. South Shore 2-1.
This tournament would not be possible without the great support of the Staten Island Advance. Not only does the Staten Island Advance have full coverage of the tournament, but we are committed to covering Island youth sports year-round and all news close to home. Pick up the paper today and look for great subscriber deals now for our loyal readership. Visit us online at silive.com for news and photos of this week's tournament and all the breaking news on Staten Island, the nation, and the world. The news of Staten Island is the Staten Island Advance and silive.com.
Town Deli, we're glad to be your go-to pizzeria, serving you the best pies, signature sandwiches, and gourmet meals in Staten Island since 1971. Visit us at 5373 Arthur Kill Road to find out why we're the island's best for quick bites and full-sized catering. Whether in person or on location with our food truck making stops and bringing it all to you, Town Deli is where excellence in quality meets taste. Voted the island's best. Stop on in and let us serve you.
And we are back here from Great Hills Little League, bottom half of the 4th inning, 2-1 South Shore lead in this game, as both pitchers have settled in nicely in this one. For SJS, it will be 11-12-1 up in the inning, Borowski, Falcone, and Saxon. And Nick, we are joined back on the broadcast by Joe Foreman, and just like that, first pitch swinging by Borowski into right center field for a leadoff single.
Nice job of hitting there, and a really nice job there by the right fielder.
That was Siracusa.
Siracusa to cut that off, not allow the ball go to the wall.
Hey guys, how about that? Borowski lost his cleat on his way to first base.
Hitting his shoes off there.
You don't see that very often.
One might say he swung out of his shoes, Nick. Well, I'm a bit louder than you. Let's dial that down a bit.
Falcone showing bunt, and that one goes foul behind the plate. Not surprising the spot, guys. After Falcone, it's up back to the top of the lineup for SJS. They're trying to move the runner into scoring position. See if Falcone does it again. He does show bunt, holds it back, and it's now 0-2.
See if he's swinging away here. I would imagine he would be.
Tend to think he would be in a quick 2-strike count. Does show bunt, and he's going to strike out. That one hit foul behind the plate on 0-2. And it's a strikeout for Syed, 1 gone.
Really high risk there to be bunting with 2 strikes.
Yeah, I was about to say that's very surprising. And as you said, Nick, a high-risk play. But runs at a premium in this one, and you're trailing by just 1. They felt they should try it, and it didn't pay off this time.
Chase Saxon now at the plate now with 1 gone in the inning. 0 for 1 on the day. It's quickly in a 2-0 count. Syed just had 34 pitches in this inning. 2-0. Make it 2-1.
And I think part of the equation when you make that decision to bunt there is the fact that you're at the bottom of the lineup. Saxon, the leadoff hitter, you trust him with a man in scoring position.
He shows bunt, holds it back, and it's now 3-1. Syed were to walk Saxon, tying run would move into scoring position. The go-ahead run would go into first base. 3-1. That one hit over towards short and past the diving Torres in the left field for a base hit. Chase Saxon's on with a one-out single. And it's now first and second here for SJS.
Big base hit there to move the tying run into scoring position. They tried to do it with the bunt, couldn't convert on it, but Saxon picks up his teammate there with a base hit. And now SJS with both the tying run in scoring position and the go-ahead run over at first base.
It'll be Kevin Moran now up at the plate. That breaking ball misses for a ball 1-0.
Here's one more look at that base hit. Good opposite field hitting there, driving that ball right back where it's pitched, past the diving shortstop.
Foul behind the plate, 1-1. Of course, this is a good spot in the lineup as well for SJS. You now have the number 2 hitter up at the plate, and then you're near the heart of your order with 3, 4, and 5. Another breaking ball, and just making the defensive cut is Moran, and it's now 1-2.
Sometimes that's what it takes to stay alive, but in a 2-strike count now, just need to make contact and hope you can find an opening on that infield against a tough pitch.
And again, just making contact is Moran, and it's still 1-2.
Syed throwing some up in the zone pitches here in this at-bat.
You can see it, a bit of a defensive cut on the breaking ball, a bit late on the fastball, so Moran is going to have to try and find his timing against Syed here, who does a good job of changing speeds.
It's another 1-2. Breaking ball blooped into center. It's over Torres and into center field for a base hit. A bloop single off the bat by Moran, and SJS has the bases loaded with still 1 out in the inning.
Well, yeah, that's what I said, Nick. You know, he had to find his timing. Not necessarily a well-timed swing there, but he got a piece of it off the end of the bat, and that was enough to dump it into center.
A nice job there by the third base coach to not be overly aggressive, keeping the bases loaded here with 3, 4, and 5 due to hit now with 1 out.
I think the better part of it as well also, guys, is a good heads-up base running by the base runners, Borowski and Saxon. They waited for that ball into shallow left center to make sure Torres did not have a play. It goes over his glove on the over-the-shoulder catch. And now the heart of this SJS lineup comes up to the plate. Dominic Simonello comes up with 1 gone in the inning. Bases are loaded. We have seen a couple big double plays here this week, guys, with teams at bases loaded jams to get them out of the inning.
Now would be a great time for that, wouldn't it, Nick? If you're South Shore, but if you're SJS, who turned one of those unusual double plays, you're looking to avoid that here. Fly ball gets the run in. Base hit may give you the lead.
That one hit foul at the first base line. South Shore against Penfield had this similar spot. The bases loaded, just 1 out, and they got themselves out of the inning with a double play ball. Keep a run from scoring in that inning. The 0-1. Again hit foul down the first base line, quickly 0-2.
Syed, of course, going to be looking for the strikeout here, which would then allow South Shore to not play the infield in.
Got the strikeout last time against Simonello. He just misses high with that fastball, 1-2. He's now at 45 pitches here in the 4th, so still making good work of his pitch count. 1-2. Breaking ball, and how about that cut right there by Simonello? I don't know how he made contact with that one.
And me either. He had to lunge well out ahead of the plate, and we saw that on the Moran base hit as well, Nick. These hitters doing what they have to do to stay alive.
Have to protect.
Another 1-2. Another breaking ball. It's over the second baseman into right center for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run. He will score as well. Moving over to second and third is the runners. Here comes the runner at the plate. And runner is safe as well. Simonello's over to third base. Bases clearing hit for Simonello. And SJS Little League has taken the lead. It's 4-2.
Well, for the first time in this tournament, South Shore not looking invincible anymore. And right there, Nick and Joe, the reason that all happened is because South Shore had to play the infield in. Regular depth, maybe that gets knocked down, but the single up the middle clears the bases and the runner ends up at third base.
Unbelievable hitting right there. And good heads-up base running as well by SJS. They now have themselves a 4-2 lead.
And it doesn't get any easier now for South Shore with Delgado and then Katz at the plate.
And we talked about it earlier, guys, where is it an advantage for a team to see a pitcher twice in 1 week? And now because of this, a big inning here, 4 hits in the inning for SJS, still just 1 out, and the infield has to move in against Ryan Delgado. He was robbed of an extra base hit his first time around. You can tell with that one swing right there, he wanted another extra base hit chance. The count goes to 0-1.
All right, Nick, just a heads up in case our audience lost our video feed briefly. We are going to go replay free the rest of the way to try and keep our video feed clean. So just keep that in mind. I had to reset everything, and hopefully that's enough to keep us online cleanly.
It's now a 1-1 count here for Delgado. Looking to at least bring that runner home from third. That one hit into the middle for a base hit. 5 straight hits for SJS, and they now lead it 5-2.
Delgado again, he takes advantage of the infield being in, and he rips one up the middle. 5-2, and Katz, the pitcher, has to be loving this, and he's coming to the plate now.
And we saw Katz get this rally started with that solo shot back in the second. He now comes up with a runner on and 1 gone still in the inning. And hits that one foul over the plate, 0-1. Joe and Nick, this is the offense we expected from this SJS lineup. We started 11-run showing on Sunday. They only scored 2 against South Shore on Monday, and then 13 against Scotia to send them into the semifinals. Yesterday, they had a pitcher's duel that ended in a 2-0 contest, and their bats have once again come to life here today. 5 straight hits, 5 runs, and a 5-2 lead now.
Yeah, and their offense all got started with Katz, and then he was great pitching the last 2 innings, and now they have the lead.
Held up on that last swing. The count goes to 1-2. Katz hits that one left center. This is trouble. This one is gone. He has done it again. Jeremy Katz with his 2nd home run of the game. It's another base hit off the bat of SJS. It's now a 7-2 lead.
Nothing Anthony Arnone in left field could do about that one, but watch that ball go bye-bye. I think that's going to be the end of the line here for Syed, pitching-wise, for South Shore. So to answer your question, Joe, from the first inning, yes, it was an advantage to see Syed earlier in the week.
Unbelievable hitting from SJS in the inning. They now have had, I'll do my math correctly, 6 hits in this inning for SJS hitting, and a none bigger right there off the bat of Jeremy Katz. His 2nd home run of this game has now given SJS a 6-run 4th inning and a now 7-2 lead in this game. And now South Shore, as you mentioned, Nick, will have to go to the bullpen in order to try to keep this rally from getting any further. It'll be Lucas Siracusa getting the mound here. Still just 1 out, keep in mind as well, here in this inning.
Yeah, and everything is looking good right now for SJS because Katz is on the mound still. He was able to drop that pitch count a bit there in the last 2 innings. So they'll see how far they're able to push him in this game.
South Shore, unfortunately for them, Nick, kind of getting a little bit taste of their own medicine. And what we saw on Monday, this was the almost similar exact result of the matchup they had on Monday. It was an 8-2 South Shore win in that game. It's now 7-2 St. James Smithtown. And just like that, keep in mind, coming into the inning, St. James Smithtown was 9 outs away from potentially losing this game. They are now 6 outs away from winning this championship tournament and moving on to Bristol, Connecticut.
Well, it looks like Delgado's actually going to be warming up in the bullpen now.
And I think that tends to be smart. Katz will certainly start the inning, but if any trouble were to come around, they could certainly go to Delgado to take him out of that spot. And I was wondering that in that inning, Nick, where when Syed gave up the first couple of hits, I was going to make the point of, does South Shore start warming up a pitcher or start to have a conversation about taking Syed out just to prevent any runs from scoring? But that is all a moot point now. 7-2 SJS, just 1 out in the inning. Andrew Barbado was up at the plate. Lucas Siracusa is the pitcher for South Shore now in the sitting. Barbado hits that one to right center. And the catch is made by Joseph Sorello, now the new right fielder for the catch. One pitch, second out of the inning.
Yeah, what a job there, coming in relief. One pitch, 1 out.
Siracusa, of course, was the one that replaced Syed on Monday in the game against SJS. He allowed the lone 2 runs that the Bulls got in that game. This is James Santelli. That first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1.
Right now, the story in this game is Katz, and he's showing why he won the home run derby.
We saw some mammoth home runs from Katz in that derby. A mammoth shot his first time around here today. And then that one just getting over that left center field wall. The count now goes to 1-1. And keep in mind, Nick, as well, or excuse me, to 1-2. Keep in mind as well, guys, going in to the last day of pool play on Wednesday, we had only seen 1 home run hit in the entire pool play. Chopped over to third. Going to be a tough play for the third baseman. Low throw to first in time. And a nice scoop by Gavin Snell will retire the side. But not before St. James Smithtown puts up 6 runs in this 4th inning. The biggest of them all. 2-run homer off the bat of Jeremy Katz. His second home run of the day now gives his team a 7-2 lead as they are 6 outs away from winning the state championship.
Northwell Staten Island University Hospital, we strive to address the diverse mental health needs for the community. Listen in for some great tips from the Chair of Behavioral Health, Dr. Rashi Agarwal, and Dr. Brahim Ardolik to support positive outcomes.
Awards and Trophy Center is proud to sponsor this week's New York State Little League Championship. Located at 1600 Highland Boulevard on Staten Island, we pride ourselves in not only building trophies, but building relationships as we service our community and treat you like family. Your event and its achievements deserve the best. That's why Country Awards and Trophy Center is ready to work with all of our clients to make your event a memorable one, with awards, trophies, and gifts that make a lasting impression. Come see why we love our customers and they love us. Visit us today.
And we are back at the top of the 5th inning here at Great Hills Little League, where, if you missed it, what an inning for St. James Smithtown, trailing 2-1 going into the bottom half of the 4th. A 6-run bottom of the 4th inning now puts them up 7-2 here in the top half of the 5th inning, as they are 6 outs away from winning the 2025 New York State Little League Baseball Tournament Championship.
Wow, incredible inning there. Bunch of hits in a row. And obviously Katz with the big blast there to cap it off for the 6-run inning.
Yeah, let's look at my tally real quick from that inning. The inning started with a base hit from Borowski. Hunter Falcone struck out on a bunt attempt with 2 strikes. Single by Saxon, single by Moran, a single, and then I believe 1 error on the play as well that allowed all the runners to score. So that one's head down the left field line. Long run, not a room. Down the left field line. It was Casas there, and the count goes to 0-1. After the Simonello hit/error that brought home all the 3 runs to give SJS the lead, Delgado single, Katz home run, 7-2 SJS lead. As the count is 0-1 to Adam Syed. Make it now 1-1. Joe and Nick, for the first time this week, we've seen South Shore trail at once this week. That was against Penfield, that 2-0 deficit early in that game. Now they trail by 5 runs, the most runs they've certainly trailed by.
For the South Shore team, since they've come together, they have not lost the game. So this is new uncharted territory for them.
Still remains 1-2. Katz now at 62 pitches in this game. He's certainly a candidate potentially to go the full distance if it remains a 5-run score. That one hit over towards short, and right there is Barbado for the catch. And there's one gone in the inning.
So Katz in total cruise control now.
And we spoke about this as well, guys, going into that last half inning, or last inning I should say, pitching for Cats, the last batter he allowed to reach base was the error against Arnone. Since then, strikeout, ground out, strikeout, ground out, line out, and now a fly out to start this inning. The last hit he gave up was to Adam Syed, the previous batter. Joseph Sorella now at the plate. He laid out a sacrifice bunt his last time around. 1-1. 2-1. Sorella hits that one foul. The count now goes to 2-2. Big spot here for South Shore with the bottom half of the order coming up. If they can get some runners on base, they can bring the top half of the order back up with a chance to maybe get back into this one. Comes pitch number 68 for Cats. Breaking ball, strike 3. And you said it, Nick. Cats is starting to settle in nicely. Another punch out, and there's 2 gone.
Yeah, making a strong case for torn MVP. And now Anthony Arnone comes up, like you mentioned before. He's the last person to reach base against Cats. And I want to give a shout-out to someone watching in the chat. My friend, his name is Anthony Arnone as well. He says he also wears number 12 and makes diving catches just like this Anthony Arnone.
That one hit into right. Going to be trouble. That one drops it for a base hit. It will be played on the bounce, and Arnone will reach second base safely with a 2-out double.
So Arnone breaks up that consecutive batter retired streak and hits a double here with 2 outs down the right field line.
Well, something that we've seen as well, Nick, this week from South Shore is that they've had some big hits with 2 outs in the tournament. They need one now more than ever. Arnone reaches with a double with 2 gone. It'll be Christian Rivera coming up to the plate. This next pitch from Jeremy Katz, if he stays into the game, which you expect that to be the case, will be pitch number 70 in this one. Bottom half of the South Shore lineup trying to extend the inning, potentially bring it to the top half of the lineup as they still trail by 5. Rivera struck out swinging his first time around. It's that one down the right field line. Foul, 0-1. You get the sense here, Nick. South Shore needs at least to get Rivera on base just to have any type of life in the inning. He's now down 0-2.
Definitely need to get a run here in this inning.
It's now 0-2 here for Cats against Rivera. The 0-2. Misses just low and outside, 1-2. For my tally, I have 6 strikeouts for Cats in this game. Looking for number 7 right here. And Rivera just got a piece of that one. So some big defensive cuts in that last half inning for SJS that awarded them some base hits. Extended at bats, kept the inning going for them. That one gets to the backstop. There goes Arnone over to third base. He's in safely on the pass ball. Count now goes to 2-2.
Good base running by Arnone. So now just a single. Get South Shore a run here.
It's now an even 2-2 count here for Cats. And once again, fouled up behind the plate by Rivera. We talked so much this week about how big it is important for batters to keep the at-bats going. Big reason why is they could get Cats out of this game. Breaking ball in there, strike 3. They will not have to make the throw over to first base. That will retire the side. 7 strikeouts from Jeremy Katz at this game, and you said it, Nick. He's making a case to potentially be the tournament MVP. He now heads into the bottom half of the 5th inning with a 7-2 lead as SJS look for some insurance runs.
New York State Little League Championship is proud to have Dave & Buster's as a proud sponsor. Where are you going after the game? There's only one place with delicious food, ice-cold drinks, games on the big screen, and fun for the whole family. Food and drink specials are available all week with the latest video games and the biggest arcade on the island. Redeem tokens for great prizes and come back often because Dave & Buster's is the place to be for game day and all the days in between. Turn on the fun with Dave & Buster's on Staten Island.
Northwell, Staten Island University Hospital, we strive to address the diverse mental health needs for the community. Listen in for some great tips from the Chair of Behavioral Health, Dr. Rashi Agarwal, and Dr. Brahim Ardolik to support positive outcomes.
And we are back here from Great Coast Little League for the home fifth inning. A 7-2 St. James Smithtown lead as they look for some insurance runs with them being 3 outs away for winning the state tournament. Another inning of work for Lucas Siracusa, who took place for Adam Saya in the previous inning. He's at an 0-1 count. The batter he'll face is James Santelli. Chops that one foul, 0-2. 7, 8, and 9 up in the inning for SJS. Santelli, Hanson, and Costas. Nick, I think you would agree with this one. It's very important for South Shore that they have to get a 0 on that scoreboard and keep it a 5-run game going into the 6th.
Yeah.
So
Pitcher tripped there. I don't know if someone called timeout. Not sure
yeah.
what happened, but
I'm not sure if he lost his balance for a second.
Say no pitch.
Here comes the 0-2. It misses low and outside, 1-2.
For South Shore, you're going to have the top of the order in the next inning.
It'll be 11, 1, and 2.
Really important to go 1, 2, 3 here or just not give up any runs.
That one swung on a missed strike 3. Santelli down swinging, and there's one gone in the inning.
Number 15, Lucas Costas.
Correction, I'm a batter off. This is Lucas Costas. So Hanson was the one that struck out.
Brian Jennings in the chat on YouTube says, I'm here for Lucas Costas.
And Costas will deliver with a base hit up the middle. Another base hit for SJS as Costas is on with a 1-out single.
Costas making his fans proud.
Right on cue. Another base hit in this game for the Bulls. And it brings up Gary Rocco. Bunt shown, hit foul over the plate, 0-1. So it was 8, 9, and 10, my correction, in this inning. Hanson struck out to start the inning. Costas got the single there. It's now Gary Rocco at the plate, again showing bunt in the dirt. And the count goes to 1-1. Low, 2-1. Two one from Siracusa. Swing and a miss there, 2-2. So a chance here for Siracusa to get a big second out with the strikeout. Here's 2-2. Chopped to third, but towards the South Shore dugout foul. It still remains 2-2.
Mike Ratty in the chat says, this is Cat's game. No way he's coming out. What does he have, Nick? About 9 pitches to work with?
He has 76 pitches. He has 9 to work with.
Yeah, so he might have to come out.
He would need a very quick inning as down goes Rocco for the second out of the inning.
Number 21, JT Borowski.
You would have to think, Nick, the South Shore is going to want to get him out of the game.
We have a comment, SH Panda in the chat. It says, excellent coverage as usual by PDF Sports. The EFA doesn't deserve you.
We appreciate everyone's kind words here this week over on YouTube as well as Bosscast as Borowski hits that one left center and a diving play over in center field. That one made by Iacono, and that will retire the side. And Nick, huge out recorded by Iacono, saving extra bases and saving an extra insurance run for SJS as we now head to the top of the 6th inning. Last chance for South Shore in this game. They trail 7-2 heading into the top of the 6th.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the 6th inning stretch.
The Staten Island Ferry Hawks are proud to be a sponsor of this year's New York State Little League Championship because one championship organization deserves another. Come check out another amazing season with us at Staten Island University Hospital Community Ballpark with great ticket and group deals, theme nights, and fireworks displays. Good luck to all of our teams this week from your friends at the Staten Island Ferry Hawks. We'll see you at the game.
NYS Industrial is your all-in-one supply and tool store for commercial, industrial, and domestic industries. A leader in HVAC supply stores, K&S provides various building and maintenance supplies for office buildings, industrial plants, schools, homes, and more. We also specialize in getting our customers hard-to-find items. If you're looking for HVAC supply stores that also offer anything else you might need, look no further than K&S Industrial. If they make it, we'll get it. K&S Industrial.
Top half of the sixth inning, last chance for South Shore. A.J. Eugenio leads it off here. Fouls that one 0-1. 11-1-2 for South Shore in the inning. Eugenio, Iacono, and Torres. As next they will face Jeremy Katz, who's now at 77 pitches, as his team is 3 outs away from the state tournament title.
Yeah, Katz now 0-2 on the batter.
It'd be huge if he can get a quick first out here.
3 strikeouts for him would give him 10.
0-2. This is high, 1-2.
Well, now he definitely can't strike out. Well, he can because he could start the last batter. So he could still potentially strike out the side here.
1-2. That one hit over towards short and right in the line to Barbado.
Nice play by Barbado. He's seen him make a nice handful of defensive grabs this morning.
Another great defensive play over at shortstop. That one hit on the line. Barbado right there for the first out. Brings up John Iacono now. South Shore down to their final 2 outs. Breaking ball in there for a strike 0-1. He's at 81 pitches now. He can get Iacono out. He will have a chance to go the full distance. He'll need to do it quickly, though, as he's got him in a 2-strike count.
Yeah, as long as he ends this at bat with only 84 pitches, he could stay in for the last batter, potentially.
This will be pitch number 83 here. It's an 0-2 from Katz. Breaking ball just got a piece of it, Iacono. Foul, 0-2.
So if he does not retire him on this pitch here.
Has to be on this one.
Then he's going to be out of the game after this batter.
Have to believe Iacono knows that as well. Also extend this at bat here on 0-2. Misses low for a ball 1-2.
Taking. So this will be the last batter that Katz will face in this game.
You expect Ryan Delgado, who we saw warming up earlier, to try to get the final out if he has a chance. Hit over towards second, played on the hop by Simonello. On to Saxon in time, and St. James Smithtown is 1 out away from winning the 2025 New York State Tournament. It will be down to Alex Torres, and he will face a new pitcher, and we're going to see a great round of applause here for Jeremy Katz after the performance he showed here today.
7 strikeouts by Katz, plus 3 RBI,
2
home runs. He has been dominant here. I saw him warming up before the game. He did have some nerves, but he settled in after that second inning, and he's been locked down ever since. All zeros on the board.
Keep in mind, Nick, we talked about it earlier in this game. After allowing the 2 hits in that second, there was then a sacrifice bunt, an error over at second, and then after that inning, strikeout, ground out, ground out, ground out, strikeout, strikeout, ground out, line drive, fly ball, strikeout, and then allowed that in the last single he gave up, and then one more strikeout, a line drive, and a ground out here in this 6th inning. He'll come out in relief. It's going to be Ryan Delgado getting the mound here. Try to give his team one more out to win this New York State Little League Baseball Tournament Championship. And for South Shore, Nick, we talked about it earlier as well. They've had some big 2-out rallies here this week. They will need it now more than ever with them down to their final out.
Yeah, Katz looking like he's going to be the tournament MVP here. Only Anthony Arnone seemed to have his number today after that first inning. So it comes down to this. This could potentially be the last at-bat. No pressure, Nick, but you better make that call count because these kids will be watching this final out for the rest of their lives.
Now, there was a spot in the order you want to have with 2 outs and you're trying to save your season. It's this certain part of the lineup. It's Torres, then followed by Barone, and then Siracusa. They will need to get on a couple of times to give themselves a chance here in this 6th inning. We have seen Delgado pitch earlier this week in relief. And no bigger spot in relief here with your team 1 out away from winning this state tournament title. Alex Torres at the plate. Had a double and scored around his first time up. He grounded out his second time. Has to reach base here to extend South Shore's season.
Katz now playing first base.
I believe that moves Saxon now out to the outfield. So a big change of defense here for SJS. Torres hits that one over to short, over the glove of Barbado and into left center. That will extend the game. It's a 2-out base hit for Torres.
Just out of the reach of his glove. Another blooper.
Barbado inches away from ending this one and sending his team to Bristol, Connecticut. Instead, Torres is on with a 2-out hit, and that'll bring up Joseph Barone, who had the RBI double back in the first inning. He would certainly love another RBI hit right here. He takes a big swing and a miss for that fastball low. Count goes to 0-1. The 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2. St. James Smithtown is 1 strike away from an incredible comeback victory. The 0-2. Hit foul and a long ways foul behind the plate. He will do it once again on 0-2. Can Delgado get the strikeout to send his team to the Metro Regional Tournament? Just misses on the inside, 1-2.
Yeah, the umpires, the last thing you want to do is ring a kid up looking to end the tournament.
The SJS faithful that are here in attendance wanted that one. The 1-2. Once again hit foul behind the plate. Misses on the inside for ball 2, and heads up play by Torres. You do not want to get caught on the base paths to end this game. And that might fit the umpire as well. It certainly did. You can see he's kind of trying to walk it off.
We'll see if he's able to stay in this game.
Not the first time, unfortunately, this week we've seen an umpire get hit with the baseball.
It hurts.
You, of course, have you been hit by a baseball doing your umpiring?
It's hard not to be.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing some of the younger kids who don't really know how to swing properly and can't really pitch too well.
Certainly on a hot day like this, it's definitely going to sting a little bit.
That's why you got to have the shin guards. But it could still find you no matter what.
Lengthy at bat here for Barone. Still, it's now 2-2. Still 2 gone in the inning. And Delgado's still 1 strike away from sending his team to a tournament win. 2-2. Once again, hit foul behind the plate. A battle brewing between these two. Barone trying to extend this game by 1 more batter. 2-2. Swung on and miss. Strike 3. St. James Smithtown has done it. They are the 2025 New York State Little League Baseball Tournament champions as they defeat South Shore Little League 7-2.
What a tournament. And Smithtown is going on to the regional tournament to try to make their push towards Williamsport. Player of the game, Nick, obviously Katz.
Jeremy Katz with an unbelievable performance. He goes 5 2/3, 7 strikeouts, but of course, Nick, his bat was the big reason why SJS came back to win this game. Trailing 2-0, his solo home run to dead center made it a 2-1 game. They then attacked for 6 runs in the 4th inning, and his last home run was the exclamation point in the inning, a 2-run shot to put his team up 7-2 as they now move on to Bristol, Connecticut, as you mentioned, to take part in the Metro Regional Tournament as they look to get one step closer to playing in the Little League World Series.
Yeah, that'll start in the weekend, I think, the tournament, right? So
yes,
Cats will probably pitch that first game for them.
And a tough break for South Shore Little League, an impressive pool play tournament for them, in which, Nick, we spoke about it earlier. They came into this game a day after throwing a combined no-hitter in their win over Port Washington just yesterday. Their pitching had been dominant all week, but for the first time all tournament, their pitching could not get the outs necessary to hang on in this game. As SJS Little League pulls off the win, gets revenge from Monday's loss to South Shore, and now moves on to Bristol, Connecticut. And in just a few short moments, they will be giving out some awards here by the committee here at Great Kills Little League. As you and I mentioned already, a tough break for South Shore. They have nothing to be ashamed of for what they've done this season. We talked about it in the welcome parade. They lost one of their key players from last year's team, Jake Romero. He's taken part of the Team USA in Taiwan, so not having him was certainly a big loss for this squad. And for this team, up 2-0 in this game, just unfortunately that one big 4th inning was the difference maker of this contest here today.
Yeah, that's sometimes how it goes. And they saw the pitcher the second time around. They were able to capitalize. They had the confidence. Cats got them going with that solo shot. Capped off the offense with the 2-run shot. And this has been another great tournament. It's been awesome to be able to cover this tournament for 3 straight years. Great Kills does an excellent job, and I can't imagine the host facility they use next year would top this.
Well, Nick, just to clarify exactly what is going on, we have a wired internet connection here at Great Kills, as we did last year. And last year, we did not have any internet connectivity problems all the way out in center field. There was some work done with the internet. I'm not sure what that included, but after connecting, we were disconnected several times. Not sure why, can't really explain it. But what happens when we disconnect is that our OBS software, which is pushing our stream over to Boxcast, that automatically shuts down if you connect in the middle of a live stream. So if you disconnect from the internet on OBS, OBS will close. That cuts off the Boxcast stream. The YouTube stream then attempts to push, and it does not give you any indication that you're offline. Sometimes it's able to regain connectivity, sometimes it is not. When it does, you get the laggy video. When it cannot, the stream goes offline completely. Unfortunately, the internet is beyond our control. We are working on it at the moment, but we appear to be good for now. And I think it's fortunate that we made it this far, given how much we contended with this week. We try and keep that talk off the air, but that is what we're contending with right now, and we just want everyone to know that we've done everything we can to stay online throughout the week. And I think we did get every game in its entirety other than one. We missed half an inning in one pool play matchup, and we had that full video uploaded to Boxcast and then a replacement video uploaded to YouTube. So we were good there, and every game in its entirety is available both on our free YouTube playlist and on our ticketed Boxcast playlist. So we thank everyone for their patience throughout the week, and everyone here at Great Kills who helped us stay online throughout this Little League Baseball Championship. That being said, Nick, it's not about us, it's about the kids. Right now they are acknowledging the runners-up South Shore, and they're about to acknowledge the winners, St. James Smithtown. So what we're going to do is throw it down to public address. We will sign off one final time after St. James Smithtown is presented with their awards. And we thank everyone for tuning into this year's championship game. At this time, we throw it down to field level.
That was very impressive. I know all of us were extremely gracious between Bob Shepard and the YouTube network with the announcers. There's little things like the concession stand. I know you guys were absolutely awesome. So I want to thank you guys for being awesome hosts. And the Bagels. I want to thank South Shore. I know you guys wanted to go further, right, as we all do, and you guys, I'm sure, worked your butts off just like we did. And a couple of days. We got bounced out in the first round last year, and it was a long few months. But I know your team and obviously your Little League is going to bounce back as usual, and just congratulations on the good run. All right, guys, this is. They knew I was going to cry. I know you guys worked so hard for this. We've been with each other for 3-4 years. You guys are family to me. You worked our butts off. I know I'm not the easiest person to be with, but you guys worked extremely hard. Parents for all the practices and games, and my last minute 8 p.m. practices on Sunday. You guys getting there without complaining. I'm sure behind my back you did, but I appreciate all the loyalty and buying into what we're trying to do here. So thank you. All right, with that, in no particular order, number 0, Chase Saxon. Number 21, J.T. Borowski. Number 2, Gary Rocco. Number 7, Eric Hansen. Number 13, Andrew Barbado. Number 23, James Santelli. Number 29, Kevin the Man Moran. 34, Dominic Simonello. Number 15, Rookie Casas. Number 5, Hunter Falcone. Number 27, Ryan Delgado. Number 9, big performance today, dude, Jeremy Katz. And we did have a guy, unfortunately, he broke his finger like a month and a half ago, but he's been with us the whole way, attending all practices and everything as part of the team. So I wanted to have Ryan come out. Ryan, congrats, guys.
I just want you to know the state board of directors, our president David Cavello, and his entire board from New York State, they furnished and got us these beautiful state rings that we're able to give out today. Just want to say thank you to them. And great job. Now, the traditional banner. Guys, you're going to be able to roll. And there you go. I think the coach is going to run around with it. Hey, go out. Traditional wing out. Go for it. All right. Nice round of applause for our state champ. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank my friend Bob Shepard and Kennedy Cristadia. All the people that helped out, the school board guys. We got Lilo Jack, you did a nice job. Nico Maya, Ron Pascal, Jim there, Stephanie.
Joe Foreman back with you for the PDF Sports Network. We'll try and get my audio level back down where it was before we threw it down to public address, but just one final time, all of us here at PDF wanted to say thank you for tuning in to the 2025 New York State Little League Baseball Championship on our network. It was a blast to cover this event once again. Of course, congratulations are in order for this year's champion, St. James Smithtown Little League. They win by a final score of 7-2 here on the last day of our state championship. They knock off South Shore by that final score. I thank my commentary partner and engineer for much of the week, Nicholas Bavona. He had the call for you on play-by-play here this morning. Joining us as well, host of the award-winning You Know I'm Right podcast, Nick Durst as well. Nick Bavona, I'll throw it to you first. Final thoughts for the week before we sign off.
Great performance from both of these teams here, guys. Nothing to be ashamed of your South Shore. Another great season for them here today. The St. James Smithtown, you have to applaud the resilience of this team here this week. They lost to South Shore earlier in the week 8-2. They were trailing 2-0 going into that second inning. Cats got things going with this home run. They got a 6th spot in the 4th. The rest is history. St. James Smithtown going to the wins the New York State Little League Baseball Tournament. They're moving out of the Metro Regional. And for you and I, Joe, it's not the end of our day here today.
Certainly not. We have much more coming up in terms of softball coverage in just a few minutes, perhaps closer to a couple of hours. But Nick Durst, your third year covering this event. What are your takeaways from this championship? It was a good one, come from behind win for the Bulls. They are your New York State Little League Baseball champions for 2025.
Yes, first I just want to say nobody hosts baseball tournaments quite like Staten Island. Shout out to all the volunteers in the Little League here working the tournament, plus all the coaches. The coaches do it out of the love of their team, and great coaching job here by the champions. And what a game, big comeback win. And on to Bristol, the champions of New York State go, and we will be rooting for them. Last year, we got fortunate enough where South Shore won this tournament. We called it. They went to the League World Series. We'll see if history repeats itself here with the winner of this tournament going to Williamsport.
We will certainly follow. More, Nick?
I was going to make a quick point. Just wanted to thank everyone, like you did earlier, from everyone on YouTube as well as Boxcast for all the kind words, as well as all the people here at Great Kills Little League that were, very appreciative of us being on the call for all these games here this week. We take pleasure in calling all of this action, and it's, as someone said to me earlier this week, it's for the kids. Every single game that we covered here today is for the kids. Every single game we covered this week, as well as the skills competition, it was all about making memories for these kids, and none bigger memory than winning this state tournament championship.
Very well said, Nick. Once again, my name is Joe Foreman alongside Nicholas Bavona and Nick Durst on the call. This has been coverage of the 2025 New York State Little League Baseball Championship on the PDF Sports Network. We thank everyone who tuned in on YouTube and decided to purchase our premium pass over on Boxcast. Clean copy of the game will be uploaded there shortly. Once again, congratulations to St. James Smithtown Little League. They are your 2025 state champions.